Welcome back to Schrodinger's cat burglar. Last time we got caught, and now we have to make our escape from this evil plumbing facility with our new quantum powers. Even though the evil AI told us not to, we're going to do it anyway. So we're gonna pull out his battery, and we're gonna power up the door so that at least one of our cats can escape. And there's a switch for the Heisenberg sphere, but it seems like we can't quite reach it by ourselves, so we may need to get our cats fused again. We need to bring in a battery. Well, we know already we can basically teleport batteries with our cat powers. There we go, it's off. Now we can get back together. We just need to swap the battery once more to open the door, and then our orange half can join us downstairs. Let's fuse back together and we can exit. There is a little mouse for us to catch. So time to climb some shelves, and we can pounce on it because we're a real kitty predator. Yeah, take that, mouse bot. We need your guts so we can pay for our kitty skins. Let's take this elevator to performance appraisal and processing. Well, I mean, we already told we're barely adequate, but that's fine. We're gonna hack your computers. See how barely adequate is that? Well, to surface access here, but the evil AI is watching us. There you are. Please refrain from escaping. Not gonna happen, I'm afraid, you dummy. Well, at the very least, refrain from unplugging my screens. It makes my brain feel all weird. Well, I don't care how it makes your brain feel. I'm gonna unplug you anyway. There we go. Another battery for our collection. But let's hack this computer too. We're getting reports on this AI. I'm sure it says it's all evil. Okay, can we hop up at the top? Find anything there? Okay, oh, there is spots for a battery here, so we should bring the one we just took away from the AI. Let's grab this, go back up. There's also the other side of the room, so we'll see what's there in a moment. Yeah, battery here. That drops a panel, so we can jump across. There is more spots for batteries because that's how we're gonna be leaving. So I think we need to split the cats. One goes to the battery here, the other goes to the other side. We grab this battery out and then we use it with the other cat. That lets us open that panel, and then the orange cat can join us, because then both the cats and the battery are up here. We can grab the battery and put it in the door power supply. Yes. And we're out of here. There is another vent. Okay, we need two cats to pull this one. There we go. And then that will take us to the other side, but we can't pull this vent from this side. We need to be on the outside. Synchronized meowing. Well, I mean, we can't just stand on the button here and open the door, right? But we need to split in order to make it through. And there is a card here we can use to uncover a little secret compartment. That lets us take a battery, which we will be able to use to hold this button open. And then both our cats can come here and open this. There we go. Now we bring the battery back so that the exit is open. But now we have this side tunnel open so that both the cats can join back together. And to the exit we go. And we're off through the service tunnels to see what's next. Okay, we can go down as well as up. There's some bugs for us to collect. And I guess up is the exit. Yep, we've got another vent here and a piggy bank. Okay, we need to jump back down to get that. Okay, got our money. Now let's leave. Through the vent, off we go. So many labs in the background. But we're just trying to sneak out. Okay, we've got another double cat vent. Let's pull that then. And another battery. Okay, now this opens when the battery is not there. But let's take it with us because I already see another battery slot for us to use. Data chest. These chests contain a data chip. Some can be unlocked with 1 battery, some require 2 batteries. These chests are for completionists. If you can't find a battery, don't worry. Okay, so this is... Right now they're letting us have it for basically free, just the 1 battery that was in the room. But presumably we will be seeing more of those where we actually have to think about where to find a battery, how to bring it back to where that is. Well, for now we can just continue on. Susan, I have some information that should help recalibrate my sensors. Great, what can you tell me? When you said you didn't know what units the depth reading was, it was certainly not inches. I'm deep underground here. Crikey, well, I guess we're in kilometers, so that means... Wow, Mittens, this facility is huge. You're so deep down, like really far away from the surface. Thanks, Susan, that's very inspiring. Okay, so yes, it's a huge underground facility full of evil plans. We've got some shards here, so let's just quickly split ourselves and collect. And let's keep running. Let's keep looking for the puzzles. Plumbing department. Well, isn't this whole place the plumbing department? The plumbers are certainly quite evil in this universe. Documents for Aaron Johan, and that's one of the people in charge. Well, we're the documents now, and that takes us to someone's office. I assume that's not his office. That doesn't seem fancy enough for a person that's in charge. Okay, we have chevron access, so that will open us some doors. Okay, so the tip was telling us that some computers are locked until we've completed the profile of the person by hacking other computers. So we can't do this now, but we can knock all of his cat pictures off the desks. But really, is that Johan's office then? Interesting, I was expecting something more fancy. I guess he's just the plumber. Well, let's take our access card and keep going, or I guess go back to where we came from, through the tubes, because we're probably going to need this to proceed. There is surface access, but needs chevron access and it's moon access, whatever that means, so there is still another thing to collect. Well, I think we can leave this here, right? It's not gonna despawn, and continue to try and find the other access. We need a battery for this tube to be active. Yeah, we need chevron access for this door as well, so we can't just leave this here. We need it. That means we have to carry it with us now? I know, it stays in this receiver. Okay, we'll need to get it later. A battery needed here as well. Well, there is a battery on this side. I think we need to split the cats preemptively before I pull this battery. Because yes, this door we're locked, and then we want to open the vents, and then we can get back together. So now that's a battery for us. We need it for the tube, and yes, there doesn't seem to be anything else here, so we can just return. Let's get this tube open. Oh, got that bucket flying as well. Let's jump up there. There's some money as well. This cat is getting richer and richer, and in the tube we go. Don't put your cat in a pneumatic tube. It's not good for them. This is just for funsies. Okay, but this one is very high up, so we're not able actually to jump back in. Another computer to hack. Well, let's see. This one's available, so hack. Yeah, we have 50% on Aaron, so we need to get more, and that gives us the moon access. Okay, is that hard hat something we can collect? No, doesn't seem like we can jump there. I'm on the lookout for hats. Okay, so chevron access here, but there's also a lift we can take back down there. That brings us back to the room. So actually, yes, if we bring the chevron card, we will be able to do some extra hacking. So let's take the lift, run back to the central room. We can leave the moon card here and then take the chevron card with us through the tube. Whee! And then we're back in this office, so we can open this door. And there's another computer for us to hack. Yes, we've completed Aaron's profile, which means I can now go back to this other office and get into his computer. We need access level 2. We've not been getting any of that. It feels like I've seen access level 3 as well just before we started our escape, so there will be more backtracking. Why are you here, little Roomba, huh? Okay, let's grab our card, go back. So now we have both our cards here, but we're not gonna leave quite yet. I'm just gonna put them in there so they don't get lost. Let's go back to Aaron Johan's office, and now we should be able to hack this computer. What secrets are you hiding? Note to self. It's been, well, I've lost count of the months that have passed since the hostile takeover. Why am I writing this? For myself, I suppose. There is no one else who will read this. The absurdity of the situation is not lost on me. I am not incarcerated. I could choose to walk out at any time, but the litigious onslaught that would await me, its inches lawyers, are numerous and indefatigable. As I contemplate yet another day chained to this desk in the bowels of earth, I once more lament the choice of flagrante plumbing solutions to come and unblock our toilet. Okay, so he's not from the plumbing side, he's from the data center side. So actually from all the hacking we do collect quite a lot of notes, and it does give background on the whole. They did the wholesale takeover, but then they also did that thing where they made the plumbing team swap with the data processing team. So now all of the computer nerds have to be plumbers, and the standards are slipping because they can't figure out how to do the plumbing. And yes, the guy from the original plumbing company is clearly quite evil and is forcing them to do this. But yes, like, what sort of evil plan is this? You're like, have a plumbing company, take over a data processing company and make them do plumbing. I assume they must have seen something when they came to do the plumbing that made them be like, oh, we must acquire this. But clearly the plumbing company must have already been up to something evil in order for them to even understand that. Well, back to trying to get out of here and back to looking for puzzles. There is this flying platform, but we're separated by glass, so we can't go there. We have to go back to the tube we unlocked. So, I mean, it says surface access, but I assume more awaits us before we can truly get out of here. Okay, another one of those chests there that we need 2 batteries for this time to get it open. So, well, we would have to see if we can find some. Surface access. It's blocked. It's not blocked, okay. There was the printer field, but because we didn't have any objects, it doesn't really matter. Okay, we are seeing lots of things. We're going through a very long tube. It just keeps going. I mean, if it goes to the surface, then sure, but I presume something's gonna happen when we get there that forces us to go back. Okay, this is not the surface. This is just some other room that might be closer to the surface. Okay, and then just back through the tube to where we started. Why? Because this is blocked? No, it's not. Okay, well, we go through the airlock. CEO's office. Okay, well, there might be some more info there. Well, so access to the surface is through the CEO's office? Okay, well, this access to the CEO's office is quite interesting. Does he just do this every day to get to work? Some bugs for us there. Okay, another door. Okay, that's a storage room, not the CEO's office. There was also a lift platform that was going down, so I may have to recheck that in a bit, but this continues through this vent here. Ooh, level 5 access. Yeah, it does seem like this game sets up quite a bit of backtracking for you to do. Okay, I think we're getting to this whole CEO's office because there's a golden toilet. Well, I'm gonna break his toilet piggy bank and take his money and read a book. Excerpt from a book he's reading while on the toilet. Susan, this office I found is fancy. Oh, you must be near the surface then. A fancy office fit for a CEO will be close to the fresh air. And I'll be one step closer to that fresh air once I got that elevator up and running. Okay, so this is access to upper level, but we need Clover card, because otherwise it's not working. Does he have a Clover card somewhere here? Well, he has a computer, but I need more information about Ingenious. There's a golden piggy bank Can I go in there and knock it over? Yes, I can. Oh my gosh, so much money. We're rich. Let's take all of it. That will show him. For some reason, he also has a shop for cat outfits in his office. But nothing else to do but to go through the next door to more of his fancy office with his chess game I'm gonna destroy and his fancy glassware I'm going to destroy. Oh my! He's got a kitty picture on his dartboard that he's throwing darts are. This man is truly evil. We must destroy him. We can't just escape from here. We must actually destroy this place. Hack this computer. It's a giant picture of himself. Okay, and that gives us a clover card. We only got 16% of data on him, so not yet able to break into his main PC. But we can open this elevator, which in theory goes to the upper level, but I assume, again, it's not going to be that easy. Okay, level 5 access required here. More storage rooms, more vents to travel through. Freight loading dock, and the restricted elevator again. Well, I guess we're freight now, and we're gonna load ourselves up. Surface access. It's a big room. Susan, I've got some bad news. What is it? I've made it to surface access. I'm on the way. I will see you shortly. Ah, Mittens, you've got to stop doing this. My nerves can't handle it. Sorry, Susie. I couldn't resist. Yes, but what's gonna happen, right? We're gonna go to surface access and then evil things. Just riding this elevator. Nothing's bad's gonna happen to us. Wow, that's still really deep, considering we've been to the CEO's office and they were like, oh, you must be close to the surface. And we still have to ride this giant elevator for ages. And it broke. Or it detected us. And it's like, no, you're not getting out of here. Ah, it's the evil cat. The evil cat makes a return. I mean, actually, I don't know whether the cat is evil or just a result of the experiment and now wants to get justice. It's you. What have you done to the elevator? I'm sorry. I cannot let you go. Why? You are the only one who can stop what is happening. What? What is happening? The end. The end of all possibility. You must explore further. Go deeper. Okay, so yes, this cat is just concerned about all of this. The experiments they're doing here. Their impact on the world. And yes, they're sending us back down. Back down to solve more puzzles. Ah, they broke the elevator. Come on. Like, I understand you want our help, but you can't be doing this to us. Like, if you're gonna kill us, then we can't help you. Susan, I've got some bad news. Oh, what are you crying about this time? Is there a wolf? I'm serious. The elevator went into freefall. I'm stuck deep in the facility. Oh, crumbs. It was the shadow cat. It jumped into a quantum computer and disrupted its circuitry. But not only that, it spoke to me. It can talk? Yeah. It said, I'm only one who can stop what is happening. I'm hesitant to ask, what is happening? According to Shadowcat, the end of all possibility. That doesn't sound good. Are they basically trying to use the quantum mechanics to control the outcomes around the world? So they can be like, yes, we can basically decide what happens because we know the outcomes. Well, that would certainly be evil. So what is there to do for us now? I guess go through more doors and explore more. Grab some extra money, climb on some boxes, jump into more vents. Hack more computers. We found a fragment of something. Fragmented data. Yes, they were concerned about their experiments, but obviously it sounds like they're forced to do certain things by the evil plumbing company. Do you have any idea where I am, Susan? Network sniffing is coming back with nothing. Best guess you're in some kind of maintenance area. But what makes you say that? The elevator you're on went deep, deep down. And I don't know about you, but I keep my mop and bucket in the basement. Impeccable logic as ever, Susan. Yes, so we're basically at the bottom, central maintenance hub. There's a bunch of money just lying around. Sure, I'll have it. Okay, this is where we're getting into access levels, potentially, because there is now access level 1. So we will be making it back up, collecting access levels, and eventually we'll get back to the other places we saw different access levels. Okay, we need 2 cards here, a cube and a chevron. There is a tube for us to go in. There's an elevator for us to go in. There is some sort of bridge. We opened the cover for this terminal, but it's not working. Okay, well, I guess we pick one of the other ways to go out of here. So where does the tube take us then? Okay, just a level further where we can pull a lever, get some trash. Well, normally that would be, well, to get some money, but also to attract a Roomba if there is one. Not right now, but there might be later. Well, nothing else for now, but there is a door. So let's try this elevator then. It goes further down. Access to data backup repository. A locked door with a computer behind. Just money lying everywhere. Like, what are people doing here? Well, 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 look what the cat dragged in. Haha. You again. Yep, I'm back. And you're in my domain now. You're just a big idiot face on the screen. You don't scare me. Well, I've just trapped you in here with my lovely barriers. Now, who's the big idiot? Susan, I'm in a bit of a pickle here. What's up, Chief? I've met an enemy of the facility's concierge AI. Uh-oh, that's one important AI system. What did you do to upset it? I unplugged its screen twice and called it names. In your defense, from what I can tell, it's indeed a big idiot. It got me trapped in here. Any bright ideas? Good news is that network sniffing came back online, and I have a handle on your immediate vicinity. You're actually really close to systems control. It's a swift elevator right down. I'm cooking up a particularly spicy protocol for when you get there. And how do I get there? I'm trapped behind some pesky barriers. Come on, Mittens, you're a cat burglar. You can think of something. Yes, I'm sure we can work it out. There is a tube, but that's locked. And yes, there is barriers, and apparently suddenly our cat lost the ability to jump over obstacles, where there is some boxes here we can do. Jump over this and onto this side. Hey, you're not allowed to go jumping on boxes. Come back here this instant. So long, loser. Unbelievable. Yeah, there you go, you silly AI. See how you handle this. Okay, there's a door we can go through, so let's check this out. Yes, more computers to hack. Profile for Mandy Han. And then there is a shard here, but we have to find the other one. There is a blocked barrier here, and that's where the other shard is, but it's the question of how do we get there. It might be that we do this from the other side, that when we're somehow in the other room, we will be able to come back here. Because it does seem like maybe we open that from the other side. Okay, well, we can continue on this walkway. There is a little mouse here. So if we just jump up top, and we can jump on it. There we go. Take that, mouse idiot. More rooms, more piggy banks. Okay, we need level 1 access here as well, so can't continue just yet. And this top door also level 1 access. Okay, well, I guess elevator it is. We've got a big cleaning boy here with us, and we can make a mess for him to clean. So this releases some ink, but then we're also able to step in it and leave trail. If we want to leave the friend somewhere like near here so we can jump over the barrier. So we can pull this lever down and have one of our cats go riding. Okay, so I think we need to bring him even past the barrier. So let's get that ink and start making a mess this way. So he comes here and we can jump on him and jump up in there. There we go. We get some bugs as well. But that's not the exit from here. Oh, there's also money down up there, so we can use the same trick to get that. There we go. Okay. It looks like we're just leaving through a door, so all of this device here is purely for getting more money. Climate control. Temperature is -37? Okay, I have a ride. What I'm doing here, Susan. The concierge AI is blocking your progress through the facility. It's blocking doors, blocking elevator access, basically being a big old jerk. You need to make your way down to the AI core. When you get there, we can install something I call a duckling protocol in the AI. What does that duckling protocol do? It wipes the AI's memory, at which point the next registered user becomes administrator. Oh, so it's like how ducklings imprint on the first things they see. Ducklings do what now? Never mind, I get the point. Onwards to AI core. Okay, so we're just gonna hack the AI. No big deal. Yes, it's minus 37 degrees apparently in here. And so we're sliding on the floor because it's icy. There's a mouse for us to get if we can jump above it. There we go. Take that. Let's check the other side to see if there's anything there. Some extra money for us. Both at the top here and below. And we threw it to someone else's office. They also got a cat pick. Road wheeler. Okay, we got 45.5% of their stuff. Security active. Whee! What, you again? Yep, I can't be down here too. And unfortunately for you, this area is now in lockdown. You step in the laser grid tripwire, I shut down all the doors. Good luck getting anywhere now. What about the circuit board there? That looks important. What if I were to just rip it out? All the doors would open. So, you know, please don't do that. Ah, okay, well, bye then. You can't tell me what to do. I'm a cat. And therefore, I do what I want. Hey, stop that. Make me, you big idiot. This is outrageous. Truly is. And yes, the doors are back open because you can't stop us. Security disabled. Yep, because that's what you should have in your security. Just a big box of... Oh yeah, you can just turn this off. Okay, I guess we're doing this more because we've tripped up security again. But we can just continue on and we can cancel lockdown. There we go. Just a button. And then we're able to take this server rack that comes up and down and disable security. There we go. Just pull in the giant motherboard. Okay, now everything's open. We can steal the money. Why do you have random cash machines in your underground facility? I mean, why do you have just money randomly lying around too? But, you know. Okay, this is restricted elevator, which means we're going down into this vent there. Let's go. Yeah, more random money in the vents. I'll have that. And down we go. See what else is there for us to break. How can we mess with this AI some more? Okay, we've got doors both sides. So I guess we gotta check things out. Pleading friend, more doors here. Ink for us to make a mess. Hello, pleading friend, look. I'm making a mess. So I can climb up there, grab some bucks. This door, it doesn't open. He's actually unhappy when he's finished cleaning. He wants there to be a mess, so we're helping. Okay, we've got a lift here, so we can open something. Oh, and take a battery out so the tripwires are disabled. Sure, I'll have a battery. But also that disables the lift. Well, I think we need to split the cats then, so that one cat can be here. Oh, there's also shards here. And the other cat can bring the battery to the other side. Place it here, the door is open. But that enables that tripwire, so we need to take it out, get across, and enable this lift. Yes. Then we can cancel the security in here. Just pull that out, and then we'll be able to do whatever we want. So if I pull this battery out now, we can just have our cats walk to the shards. And we can just continue on to the exit. Yes, need the battery for the door as well. How are you getting on, Mittens? There have been a few hairy moments with laser tripwires, but on the whole it's been a breeze. Music to my ears. Keep your eye out for any big, imposing, isolated chambers with big computers in them. Chances are that's the AI core. Will do. Well. This is not it, but there is some offices here with mice in them. We can pull this vent off and then get across, get into the office without hitting the tripwire, climb above the mouse, and pounce. Yeah. Okay, computer. Concierge wipe request log. AI started making puns, but they were not convinced that was reason enough to wipe it. Okay, I think we're gonna trip the tripwire now to get out of here, but it doesn't matter because the security switch is here, which means we will just instantly disable it and we're free to go. Okay, and we can proceed. If I were a betting cat, I would put money on that room down there being the AI core. So how do I get down there? Well, I assume we start with those very dangerous platforms that just float around and people told you wouldn't fall off and die if they were here. So we can make it to the other side here. There is a pipe, but we can't jump in it. We're not high enough. But there is another platform there that takes us up and down for some sort of side path access. Just for some extra money. And then we can press this and get down to where we would have gotten if we just went through the door. Yeah. What's next then? Another airlock. Okay, we need a battery for this. How are you managing to evade capture? My lockdown system should have trapped you by now. What can I say? I'm one slippery customer. Well, I'd like to see you slip your way past the security hounds. Security hounds? No? He's got us. Okay, that sends us down a vacuum tube. Another robot dog. Yeah, that's how we ended up being trapped in here in the first place. Being gobbled up by them once was enough. I'm going to have to tread carefully here. Cage doors are fragile, they can be pulled off from the outside, or if you're trapped inside, they will pop open when you split. Okay, so we can just kind of explode the cage. Yeah, the intro cutscene had Mittens being sucked in by the robot dog, and that's how they got sent down to the facility. Okay, there's the battery. Well, the design of this facility, right? They just leave the battery or the security overrides where the creatures they're trying to keep out can reach them. Okay, so we can't basically go past this line without the dog getting us, but now we can use this tube. And we basically get above the AI and the dog and proceed through more vents. There is a shard here, and there's one over there. Looks like looks like we're gonna need a robot friend, but there's also a dog not friend here, so we can't go past this line again. Well, that's fine, because if we pull the trash chute here, we should attract a vacuum friend that will let us jump up towards the shard and make it past the dog as well. Okay. We've got the orange one. Now just hop up to the blue one. Yep, jump up there. We've got both the cats in position, and the quantum shard is ours. Yes, the vacuum cleaner is like, got any more trash for me? Well, we can use the cleaner to basically make it past the dog with both our cats. Just need to wait for him to get his trash lunch, and now we're out of there. Bye, dog. Okay, we can also get him here, but that's only if we power this vent with a battery, so we gotta find one somewhere. Hey, you're not supposed to be over there. Tram it, no knees. Okay, so now we're on this side of the dog, but we won't be able to go past unless we do something, like disconnect some things, get a battery, yeah. So we can block off the dog here, but let's go back first, because there was something we could do in the previous room. With the battery here, and then some trash for our vacuum cleaner friend. And we're through to some other facility. Okay, this needs 2 batteries to open that chest in the back. Oh, and we can turn the platforms around. Okay, it feels like we need split cats, because one of them has to hold the lever in order to make this keep rotating. I need to be over here. And then we can make it stop, so we can jump over. We don't need it spinning anymore, okay. We can remove the battery, so that lets the cats reconnect. And then we can place a battery here, okay, to add some platforms. Now we could, of course, use that battery on that chest there, but we need a second one. And we can't get it from the room we just got in through. Okay, there are shards here as well. Or actually we can probably. I think for the shards we just have to simultaneously jump, yeah. Let me see if I can grab a battery from the previous rooms. Because now we can't just go back through this side, so we don't have to do the whole jumping puzzle quite yet. So we can't get this battery because we need the vent to stay open. But if we go even further back, yes, if we disable this dog, we can grab the battery from the other side. So this battery, we can take it, but we won't be able to take it to the chest because the vent is locked. But if we bring it here, block off the dog, then there is a battery here we can take with us, right? So now we have two. So one of them, we'll use it to open the vent. Then the second we'll bring with us, but we need to get the vacuum cleaner to let us back up. He was trying to steal our battery, but not gonna let you do that. And now we don't have the platforms to go back. Maybe we do, let's see. Let's see if we can jump there from here. No, we can't. Okay, I think we need to spin the platforms some more so that we can actually make it. But we need to leave them in position because we can't carry both the battery. We're gonna need to like turn it on and off because we can't both carry the battery and turn the platforms. So there's a few more steps here. Yes, that's one battery. We can put it in. Then the second battery is, we used it here to do the platforms, so we need to bring it over. But now we can just use the cats to transfer it. And we get our chips. We just need to make it back and we can proceed. Onwards then, across the platforms, across more of the facility, more mysterious vent money. Now we're in security monitoring. What can we break in here? Hold up, Mittens. You found your way to the closed circuit camera control conglomerate, or the CCCCCC for short. How exciting. I hope there's a gift shop. There's a control terminal in this room. If you hack it, I can hijack the facility's security cameras. You can get footage of me doing crimes? That would be fun. First, you will need to pull out 2 firewall circuits that are blocking low-level access. They're the things with blinking lights. Just bite them and give them a tag. Then you can get hacking. Yes, nothing like some cool footage of you doing crimes, so you can post it on YouTube for all the views. There we go, that's one of them. And that's the other one. There we go. And now hack, hack, hack. Okay, Susan, the camera's on. If you step in the view of the camera, I can make sure the feed lag is within tolerance. Will do. Okay, there's the camera. I see you. Whoa, Susan, I'm feeling strange. Strange how? Well, on one hand, I feel much more solid and real. But on the other hand, I feel extremely purple and wibbly. Huh? Is that bad? I don't think being purple and wibbly is a normal state to be in. But I think it might have some benefits. For example, see what happens when you move around. Okay, so now we get a new mechanic where we can pass through walls. Whoa, again. Did something strange happen? You can say that. I just sauntered straight through a solid closed door. As I suspected. I'm watching the security camera feed and I can see one of the split version of you. I'm an observer of your quantum superstate. I'm causing the superstate to collapse. So the version of me you see is the only possible version of me that can exist? Precisely. But I'm still in 2 places. The version of you that I am not observing has become theoretical. Theoretical? What does that mean? You go purple and wibbly. English, please, Susan. I'm not a scientist. Consider yourself a quantum ghost. You can pass through anything that has the potential to move. So not going through walls, but doors are a fair game? And desks and boxes and such. Heisenberg energy will still block you when you're theoretical though. Okay, let's see what I can get up to with this new power. Now we get this as a concept, so If someone is in the camera, they're the real cat, and the other cat can just go through and do things. But that means they can't interact, so we need to leave the camera space in order to be able to pull this lever. We've earned ourselves some new powers. And now we can try and solve more puzzles with it, or, you know, just get more money. There is a shard here, but that's just the one shard. Yeah, we're gonna need to find where the blue shard is. Let's see. Well, we can't just jump up there. But if we go through the camera, our cat will fall off the shelf because it's no longer holding them up. Interesting, because I was like, it's things that can move, so I understand the boxes, but the shelf can move? Okay, well, now I fixed it. I can go through. Okay, there's another camera here, so need to be careful with that, but I can just hop through. I don't actually know yet where the second shard is. I think I can see the sparks coming out the boxes, which means we need to be able to go inside the box. Like, yes, if the blue cat goes here, and now I leave the state, actually it just stays like this. So even though I exited the camera, the blue cat maintains the power to go through things, but the orange cat is unaffected. Okay, well that's an interesting thing to learn. We got our shards, we continue. So there's a computer in that little room. Currently can't go, but there is a shelf in the door, which means we can use our theoretical powers, but then we can't hack, so again we have to fix that state. We're collecting a profile on Natalie Fangsworth. Okay, let's get out of here then. More cameras, so we need to split up. Oh, there's another shard as well. So we need to split up and then we can go through doors, but not through the field, right? Because we still have to be connected. But we can use this also to now make our other cat pass through the vent grate, and they will be able to press a button there once they become non-theoretical, and just leave through this door. Okay, so now that lets us in here, but we still need to get our orange cat out, and we need to get the shards. So this way we can have the orange cat just go across to the other side through all of the grates. But before we fully leave, we need to use this camera in the office to let the blue cat out. And then that cat needs to go in the office to let the orange cat out. Okay, so now orange cat is on the shard and the blue cat will be able to reach their shard. And there it is. Okay, now we just have to get them back together, which should be easy enough. Just need to let them pass this vent opening. And now we can leave. Lift ourselves up, press the button, out we go. Oh, interesting. So now we have two buttons, which we would previously just be like, oh yes, our two cats can press. But due to the camera, the theoretical cat cannot press the button, but it can just get in here and open this and grab a battery out, and the battery will let us press the button. It can't hold the battery while it's theoretical, but that's fine because it just stays in the other cat. So we can leave this here, press the other button. We should probably take the battery with us because there might be some more mechanics that we can do with it. Okay. We need to phase through the door and then phase through the door with the other cat. Steal some money. Oh, there is that same quantum symbol that we saw the purple cat jump into. So presumably, yes, we can use our theoretical cat to activate that and the money comes out. Okay. Which means, yes, somehow that cat we've been seeing, the shadow cat, is a theoretical cat themselves. There is a camera here. So we can have one cat fall down through this grate and into this place here. Then they will be able to pull this battery. Okay, so that lets them turn off the field, but that also closes the grate. But that's totally fine because we just make ourselves theoretical and we phase through. We've got a button we can press opens some fields, and we've got a tube. Okay, the tube takes us back to where we are with the first cat. We can jump out, but I don't think we want to do it yet because we have to get our other cat out. We may need to do some stuff if we want to keep bringing the batteries. So if the orange cat jumps down here and is not theoretical, grabs the battery, we can hand over the battery to the blue cat. Then orange needs to go back up. Again, hand over the battery. So it's on this side with the blue cat because, again, orange needs to be theoretical to get into this office. And then we can hand both the batteries off to orange so that they can, well, use one to power this vent and therefore we can leave. But then we're still having 2 batteries on us. Oh, but there is a deprint field, so actually we're not able to carry those batteries with us. Oh well, I thought it might be a thing for us to find it, but no, there isn't something else we're taking it. We just needed the 1 batteries. Moving our vacuum friends so we can go in this vent, grab some money. And then out here we go. Main elevator again, still can't access that. A vent for us to pull out. Okay, so can't do it here because we can't pull this, but use our power of observation to get to the other side, and then we can pull it from this side. So both our cats can be together. And then we can go across, and we're in some other vent shaft. Careful, Mittens. The big, scary-looking cameras with red vision sensor will trigger a lockdown if they see you. I'll be careful, but the cameras can still turn me theoretical, right? Yep, it's very much a good news, bad news situation. Okay, so we're having both things happening where, yes, it does lock down, but now we can just get through the lockdown doors and then once again use the accessibly placed panels to get ourselves out of the situation. And just disable security. So here we can use this power to disable security, cancel lockdown. Oh, but it doesn't cancel the camera, so this will happen either way. But now our other cat is theoretical because there's a camera there, and they can go through to this side to another camera, which will turn our blue cat theoretical, so we can just run through and both make it to the other side. Another freezing cold room. So what are we doing here? Okay, well, we've got security that will get us blocked, but only the one that can see. Then we need to press the button. So that helps us not being seen by the camera, but it doesn't cancel the lockdown. However, there is a space we can go up to. So if we get our cat on this, it has to be not in the camera view, yes, then it shall be able to jump up and get out of here. And then we have a vent exit to the other side. And there is some machinery we can use here. Yes, cancel lockdown. Can't keep me here. There is a weight we can use for something, probably pressing this button. Let's drop it here. Now the camera can't see us while we run through and join our other half and return here. There is a tube to go back, but it just goes back to where we came from, so I guess it's if we get there before we intend to. Got another quantum processor running. Susan, I'm stuck again. I'm detecting a quantum processor nearby, which is connected to the lockdown systems. If it's a quantum processor and you're quantum cat, I wonder. Back when I got my powers, the shadow cat jumped into a quantum processor. Do you think I can do that when I'm theoretical? It's worth a shot. Okay, so now it's teaching us about that specifically, but I already used that to like steal some money and stuff, so I know that this works. So this is not the AI core, this is just a teaching mechanic. Yes, there we go. We broke it. So here, I presume, yes, more money if we use our theoretical powers. And we can actually just disable this camera. Pull it out. Let's grab the battery. So now it doesn't work. Can proceed to the next room. There is an elevator, but there is also a vent. And then we want the battery on the other side. Okay, so potentially we want to put the battery back then for now, so that we can use the powers of observation to make it through the vent. Yes, there is a shard. There's 2 shards. Okay, so we need to get both the cats in here. But first, what we're gonna do is use the object sharing to get the battery into here. Yes, that opens the vent. So now our orange cat can just make it into here, and we will be able to drop shards. These cats are so smart. So we can continue through this vent. There is security stuff. Okay, if we trip it, security will turn on. And yes, that will block us from getting the money. But we can disable the camera if we bring the battery that we just brought to the other side. We can enable the camera and use our theoretical powers the other way around. This time we want them to see us. And yes, jump into there, get some money. So we can then disable the security systems so they can't catch us, and we can just get back together. There we go. But yes, this is just a side room with some extra cash. We actually need to go to the elevator through the robotics systems. Well, we've got tripwires, we got robot dogs, we've got various security systems, so it's probably still gonna be a little bit before we make it to the AI core to disable it. So we're gonna get into it next time. But let me know in the comments what you think about our cat adventures and what is going on in this facility. If you enjoyed this one, consider liking or subscribing. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you to the channel members for supporting the channel.